Sure, and if Puck doesn't have the fast fingers, okay, well that's another great hero against Puck, the Night Stalker here, and we could still see Solo handling the Night Stalker jungle, and it could enchant your soft lane now.
You could do that. You don't really
It
need to do that though. Like Vega have such a great tempo control through their entire lineup. Like the Night Stalker hitting that first nighttime phase means Puck is going to be in so much peril, uh, and that's like also after she's probably going to get ganked up by the Enchantress as well as the VS. Uh, Good silence against him, so you don't have to worry about like that. Those even like the three escape mechanisms that Puck has, like that won't come into play. Night Stalker against Witch Doctor isn't really that much of a problem because Night Stalker's high movement speed means either he'll avoid the cask or make sure that it doesn't keep bouncing to other units. Even then, he can interrupt the Witch Doctor during ultimate, so can the VS. Catching out the Nature's Prophet's probably going to be the toughest thing that Vega has here. With that global maneuver like across the map, like they'll have to be counter-initiating into Nature's Prophet. The split push is really good for Power Rangers up against Vega.
Yeah, Vega can get really aggressive early on. Power Rangers are going to have to respond really well when it comes to this early game. Else they're just going to get completely run over and they're going to lose by 15 minutes. So they have to make sure they have TPs in their Puck as well as their Gyrocopter. Whichever lane the Night Stalker runs to, they have to be immediately prepared to have a rebuttal kill or rebuttal TPs. And last hero, I kind of like it. Rubik here is an amazing hero against Juggernaut. You can steal any of his spells and you're going to be happy with it. Omni Slash, even the spin, it helps a lot in the team fights. It doesn't help so much dealing with the Enchantress offlane, but yeah, since it will be Solo handling the support hero, it'll be Night Stalker handling the offlane with Mag, and this will help a lot for setting up kills on Mag, but he can still just go for that Iron Talon and go back to the jungle.
I always get weirded out when I see a Rubik pick, man. I definitely agree. Like with everything you said, like he can function nicely against Vega, but the presence from Rubik in a fight, like it's not as powerful as a lot of the other supports that we see being picked up. Like with stuns and auras and all that other jazz, Rubik, like you require level 3 before you're even really effective in the laning phase. Like if you had a telekinesis onto a spin of Juggernaut, then sure. In this case, it's like a telekinesis into, well, it's the Gyrocopter Rocket Barrage, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's going to have maybe the Witch Doctor stun coupled with it. It's really good early game. Like you said, there's no big spells to really steal besides the Juggernauts and maybe the Queen of Pain's ulti, but those are really hard to steal. And I don't think no one's going to necessarily give them away this game, but Bignum can make some really big plays here. And like you said, it's not the predominant support player, or like not support, predominant support during this patch, but it can make a lot of work. We'll have to see how it works.
I'll watch it closely. Looking to learn some stuff, if possible. As everyone spams out the good luck have funds. The Treant's already scouting out what Vega's doing with their laning phase, however. So they can send it up a little bit further north. It's going to be Mag and Solo who are thinking about contesting the bottom room, but Mag sees everybody, and the pause comes out from Vega. It looks like there's a disconnection out from Seema, so they just need a moment. But the Radiant side obviously definitely saw
I think
that Night
he's dead.
Stalker. Like, if you paralyzing cask, you're getting range for
And lift.
telekinesis. Yeah,
I think he's dead. That I don't. I mean, I am 90% sure he's dead. 90%.
the
This
only
is
issue they're going to have is the vision side of things.
yeah. If he can go behind a tree, maybe.
Yeah,
But
but he won't make the tree. Like, J4's got higher movement speed than Mag, so that distance is going to actually become shorter. As long as J4 doesn't turn around if he was clicking directly onto the Night Stalker.
maybe if he voids them immediately here, turns around and voids for Mag, and then runs. But then it gives you vision and.
Yeah,
Oh man,
and if you turn, then Rubik will grab you with the telekinesis.
this is very bad for Vega. He also needs to spend his 500 gold, so he's gonna have to buy in that. He was saving it, needed to see if he wanted to buy that Iron Talon first, and he's definitely gonna need to. They're gonna block it out, but he's gonna have to go back into his own jungle, and I don't know. Night Stalker last pick, it's gonna be great for the mid early game pressure, but he needs to first find his levels.
And he comes.
All right, watch he not die, and I'm completely wrong and look a fool. I'm ready for it.
No, yeah, dude, everything you're saying is right. Like, if you put everything together, it looks right that he should die here. And here we go. Unpausing. So J4, up you go. They make it to the tree line, and now first stun. Pick up with the telekinesis.
Oh,
He attacked!
Woo!
There's a lot of pings that just came out there from Arise. Like,
Alright.
oh god, that really just happened? It wasn't even from Arise, that was actually from Kiano. He pinged out Big Num. He had to walk in range to telekinesis, so then Arise could do the damage as the gyrocopter, but he attacked instead.
See, I knew I was gonna be wrong.
Well, you know, you did say 90% chance you would go down, and the 10% chance was a fuck up from PR, and that's exactly what happened.
Oh, you got one tree. Oh man. Oh, Power Rangers, please give me strength to cast you this day.
What? Oh, because he summoned one tree and... Okay, yeah, that's problematic.
It's okay. He still summoned them earlier. At least that helps out a lot. But yeah, he gets the creep wave here at the end of the day. That's all that matters.
It's just gonna be a rough time for you, isn't it? Actually, without the second tree, and he can't keep this wave in position long enough, that he can keep it out of range of the tower. Because that would have been the dream from Cheshire Cat. Okay, he's going to drag it back in range of the Tier 1 tower anyway. I thought he'd try and throttle it around, like, this box area so it doesn't push back out again. Looks like bottom lane's going to be first blood. Mag goes down. As this time, their combination worked. The paralyzing cask with the telekinesis into a rocket barrage.
Yeah, and because they contested his pool or his camp there, he went for boots first on Mag, and he's trying so desperately to get EXP in this off lane. Speaking of off lanes, we might see another kill on Cheshire Cat. We have a huge rotation coming in from Solo.
The problem is Cheshire Cat's not going that way. Like, he was contesting the pull beforehand, so Solo's a little bit out of position until Cheshire Cat walks directly into him. Now, he doesn't have enchant available, which makes this a little bit more difficult. The Centaur does have... Well, not actually, doesn't even have extra movement speed over on Nature's Prophet until now. The enchant comes in. There's no TP support on the way, but they miss getting the control. The Centaur stun, just not a thing.
Yep. And I've been checking out here in the mid lane here from Keanu as well as No One. They're doing like man mode right now, and he's just baiting out. This is a really good play coming in from No One, just trying to bait out the phase shift. But he's just not successful. He knows he's just going to hold on to it. And, well, nobody really has the edge yet in the mid lane. 8 for 1, 6 for 4. Denies going to No One, but that's a chance for the ECS here. Oh, he got denied. Correct. But bottom lane, yeah, like you said, there's just so much pressure being put onto this Night Stalker. He's not getting anything.
I don't know what happens with with your screen right now. I realized when I click on the Night Stalker, like, he is just pitch black.
Pitch black. Oh yeah, yeah, same.
I have no image for a Night Stalker. He's disappeared. The darkness has become him. That seems a little wrong.
That is, I mean, he's been blacking out because I don't know. I'm not even gonna say anything, but that's just weird.
What, an overdose of his own fear? I hear that's crippling. You fall into the void.
He's his own black hole. There's no escaping.
Oh man, I just gave you like 2 gems.
No, I'm not going with your stuff. No, I don't need Toby's help.
Mr. I want to learn all the puns from you. I give you 2 gems, and then you just throw it back in my face. I see what it's like, Ryu. I see.
Yeah. Well,
leave me out. You. Leave me out in the cold. I see.
Yep.
Wow, this mid
there's
lane.
a big universe, Toby, and it's only meant for me.
No, this is such a rough lane for a puck. Yeah, baiting out the phase shift's great, but when you miss it like he just did then, and then he tried to orb to jaunt to dodge the shadow strike that got thrown at him, he was too late on that. But a little bit of mana, and then actually had to use one of his iron branches to get the efficiency out of his tango. And hello, nighttime. Mag's still only level 2 though. It really doesn't make him that powerful during the nighttime, but this puck's gonna have a real rough night. the Ori rotating over for him. The pings are coming out, so Enchant. Orb's coming back off cooldown. He's still got Phase Shift as well. And the Void, well, okay, there's your movement speed gone. Puck already consuming his Fairy Fire, and Arise rotates himself over. They're going to need these stuns to come out from the creeps to actually keep the stuns going on Arise. Hilariously enough, Keanu! He had the Hadouken right behind him. Prophet will TP forward to ensure the kill on the retreating solo. But I hate to say it, but Cheshire Cat kind of helped him then. Because he ended up killing off the Mud Golem, which had its stun on cooldown, I believe. And then broke it into 2, and then both of those stuns helped stop Arise from chasing the kill.
I'm so surprised Keanu just kept chasing with 200 HP and didn't expect the Night Stalker to come back in, maybe. And that's the problem with nighttime. You have this reduced vision and playing very aggressive. That gave so much space to no one in the mid lane here. Now he's level 6. He went for the... He still didn't go for Scream ulti.
Yeah, for Sonic Wave. Like, that's... Like, I remember with the old Queen of Pains, you used to avoid this, primarily because you didn't have a mana pool to support it. But once Sonic Wave got changed to pure damage, it was just too good to bypass.
Yeah, just pure damage does way more. And then opportunities, he has the TP already. So it's not even for the mid lane. It's for the rotations, too. Like, you saw how the Gyrocopter rotated in, like I was talking about. They really need those. And because that's what Vega are going to do, constantly dive. And it's the same thing for here for no one. He really needs to have the TP just for, or the ulti just in case he TPs to a different lane.
Solo? They don't have a dire creep wave coming anytime soon. Radiant Vision doesn't see this. The Dire Observer Ward, it kind of sees everything. And Cheshire Cat's moving down, so Sol's trying to play from the trees. The Dire Creep Wave still isn't coming towards him, and Cheshire Cat makes more trees, so Sol is just going to run himself out. Maybe he's concerned about the rotation, but he just lost his Alpha Wolf for that kind of move. And his Centaur.
Wait, and the Centaur? What the?
Yeah, the Centaur timed out.
Oh, yeah.
So he kind of knew like it was then or never. But he could have actually used the Centaur to tank up the tower as he ran past it instead of the Alpha Wolf. That way they still have the Alpha Wolf now, and he'd have that fresh Centaur from the side. Either way, small things.
Yep. And then meanwhile, bottom lane, they did get a tower here from Power Rangers. That's really good. So it seems to be a trade-off here unless they want to do mass TPs into the top lane. Here we go.
Yeah, here they come. With the Centaur Stomp, Kino perfectly dodges the Paralyzing Cask. It won't bounce, but the Centaur will die. But the rest of Vega retreat out after a heavy rotation of TPs. Like, that's 4 heroes that came to the top lane. Puck is already having a bad time in mid. Rotates out for no reward. This is just adding fuel to the Queen of Pain's fire.
Yep. And even, I was going to say bottom lane, Big Num was going to get chased down, but no one doesn't even have to rotate off the lane now. And they're pressuring right now, but Puck is in mid lane. He doesn't have a TP.
They're going to enchant. Orion slowing down. He goes for the call down with a Sonic Wave. No one. His rotation will be effective. The TP out from Cheshire Cat will be successful. But you just killed the safe laner of Power Rangers on the rotation of no one. He only gets a support for it, and they kind of want to give him a TP to go back to mid. Because the pressure is there. Cheshire Cat instantly applies it.
Yeah, that's a really... that's a big misplay coming in from Power Rangers. You should immediately back off when you don't have your Puck there. He already used his TP, went back to the mid lane. And, well, good thing is, it's daytime. They've only gotten 2 kills during that nighttime, I would say. Maybe 1 even. And Mag still doesn't have a silence. He doesn't have his ulti. No one... Ulti, he doesn't blink.
He blinked himself into that fight. Now, no one. He's still surviving. He actually survives the entire Dream Cold duration. And with 1 attack, the Puck will go down. In fact, it's going to be the tower that gets the kill. Splitting the gold.
Ooh, 1 HP, baby. And...
How does the Courier have 1 HP?
2 tower attacks.
Two tower attacks bring a Courier to 1 HP? That doesn't seem right.
You know what? I saw it. Don't hate. Don't hate.
I'm not hating.
It's really weird. It's 110 damage. And then...
110 damage to 150 Courier, which it kind of had to take an attack from something else on the way through. Like a creep or something.
I don't know. I thought it was 2, but could be mistaken. Maybe one day I'll go back and watch replays. One day I'll be good.
One day I'll study my opponents and the games that I cast. Until that day, I'm going to be knowing nothing about the game. Talking about me, not you. You know shit ton
Oh.
more about Dota than I do.
No, I just play Dota and hope to get better. That's the dream.
Professional player, man. Shanghai Majors coming up in a moment. You'll have team slots opening. Ryu back in
Yeah.
professional Dota.
Let's do it. Oh, it's so stressful though, and there's so many good players coming out and a lot more people. It's definitely not easy.
Oh, if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth the road.
But yeah, that's a long road. It was definitely a long road for me.
I just joined Vegetable Esports. I hear they're good.
I was thinking about it, then I was like, if Blitz is the best player on the team who's the stand-in, I don't know. Got him.
Come on, they're only 0-4 in the joined Dota League. I don't know what you're talking about. After tonight, they'll be 0-5. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
No. I have confidence in the boys. I have confidence in the boys. They're only just like not playing with Blitz or Merlini, so yeah, kind of screwed. Actually, I believe Merlini is actually playing tonight. Anyway. TP's in.
Oh, they smoked under the ward.
Yeah, right underneath. That was the aggressive ward that Prophet put down when they were looking to add pressure towards the T1 tower. It, at that point, was meant to... Oh, wow. They're actually going to... I thought that TP was going to come right on top of him. Arise! Oh, my! With a pick up the telekinesis! Sonic Wave won't do jack! Power Rangers! Oh, they just got turkey slapped Vega, and they may lose some more with the malediction on Mag. Luckily for him, he's got phase boots and high movement speed from the darkness. Oh, my Vega. They went in blind, and... Well, PR were just in the right place at the right time in the right bat channel.
Oh my gosh, that's the best setup I've ever seen in a while, knowing where they're coming.
They didn't even intend it.
No, they intended that. What are you talking about? This board right here at the tier 2, and they were like, oh, we're TPing with Nature's
true.
Prophet.
True.
Then we were like, they all waited for it.
I didn't think they actually saw it because I checked for the vision after darkness was triggered. So I didn't see anything over the bottom river because the ward vision was then, yeah. My bad.
Oh. Laying eggs just like Vega.
And now you actually see the real vision of that world when darkness is gone. Yeah, you're right. They saw everything. J4's in trouble though. Omni Slash.
He didn't see that.
Quick and efficient kill. Just after they killed the gyrocopter on the bottom lane as well. This vacant movement to bottom lane's been very successful. After the obviously fail inside the Radiant jungle.
Yeah, but they're still putting on pressure though. It's so far 1 tower for 2. Oh, there we go. Nice 3-man.
Oh, jump forward. The Dream Calls are still, well, the TPs will be successful. Seaman will end up dying. He's a sacrificial lamb. While Cheshire Cat's going for the trade-off. Attacking that top tier 1 tower. He's got a little bit of a problem, which is the Enchantress Tornado from the Wild Wing, which is killing off most of his creep wave and his army of Treants. And he's expecting some higher rotation to come in from Vega. That tower is so low. So Cheshire Cat comes in, gets the last hit, and now got to get the hell out.
You know something that I haven't really talked about this game is Arise playing the carry.
Yeah,
I don't know
instead of the mid.
Yeah, I don't know when that started.
Well,
I
considering
know Power Rangers...
They changed their roster 2 days ago.
Yeah, they changed the roster because, I mean, Power Rangers used to be this amazing team that could take, games off of anybody, like Cheshire Cat dying here. But they just haven't recently.
That reputation, though, was really established back when FNG was playing for them.
Yeah, it was FNG, though.
Yeah, like there's a lot to be said, and there's always been a lot of debate around the Dota scene about really good leadership and how difficult it is to come by. Na'Vi being one of the biggest on that list of like failing to have a stable captain after Poppy left.
Man, that just shows you how support players are few and far between. Like, you have to have the best support player in mind, and you saw what he did on Secret, you saw what he's doing now. Still, he's obviously Secret haven't been that great. I'm looking forward to see how they do at the majors, but
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time at the major. Cheshire Cat's in trouble again. Mag just runs up, starts with a void, and follows up with a silence. This means Cheshire Cat's got a chance to, use his TP scroll to get out. And Kino, well, he jumps in, but no one arrived with his big scream. Ensured the kill on the Prophet, who was trying to obscure the vision. And that was going to be his play, just to TP out. Vega seemed to have the smoother rotations, apart from that 3-man issue that happened in the Radiant jungle. They look really good with their movement across the map.
Yeah,
PR's
it's
being a
just
little bit more scrambly.
they're just finding really good timings with Mag and when it's nighttime and doing a lot of stuff. And here we have no one getting Arcane Rune. That's going to help out a lot, as well as his Jules is finally picked up to really help counteract against this Puck and his silence. He's been a nuisance constantly, and no one hopefully will have free space now in the team fights to do whatever he wants. But yeah, they've invaded the enemy jungle here from Vega. They're doing a really good job still pressuring around the map where we have Smoke Up.
Yeah, they're coming down. They're going to find Solo. Blink Fold coming in from Kino. Keeping up with Solo. Pasha thinking about making a play as well. Solo's going to start the sprites. Pasha's in the neighborhood. He's down on top of his own Dark Creepwave, which means Arise's Rocket Barrage is really not being that effective. Solo's still going to go down with that cooldown connecting, but now in for your Omni Slash. No one, the Sonic Wave hits so hard on the Power Range, but J4 goes for the ulti-mag, very quickly disabling that one with his Void. And J4 getting munched up. That Night Stalker now with the Malediction, so be careful of just how much damage he takes, but he wants to keep the battle going here up against Rubik. Able to do so, a triple kill coming in for Pasha. Kino's the last one left alive. He jaunts himself away. The Wave of Terror connects. He could potentially deny himself up. He's slowed by the poison. He blinks to the side, and no one's in range for the Scream. He actually saw him because of the range creep, but couldn't get the attack in time. And that'll mean that Power Rangers, well, they still lose 4 heroes to Vega's, what, 1? The Enchantress only.
Yeah, that was a huge ultimate coming out from Pasha. He's done nothing up until then, and he finally had his level 11. He got off a nice Omni Slash coupled with no one's Scream or his Sonic Wave here, and that was just, you know, crippling to Arise. Killed him off, and no Gyrocopter in your team fight. They just bursted every single thing on Solo, and didn't work out in the end. So now they're going to have to go back to the drawing boards. You also have Cheshire Cat. He doesn't have a drums or anything. He's not contributing anything to the team fights right now. He's just got a Midas, so.
Yeah, but this is how you play that early Prophet. It's just not how it normally transitions. Like 3 deaths on Cheshire Cat. That's not normally what happens with the Nature's Prophet. Instead, you normally get your Midas around like that. If you run him on the safe lane, like it'll happen around like 6 to 7 minute mark. You get your Midas, and then by 11, you're already looking at your next like major item. This can be Orchid, this could be Mech, this could be whatever you really want to achieve with your team. But with this off-lane Prophet, things get delayed up a little bit more. Like 17 is definitely not the greatest time in the world, but it could be worse. Pasha, nice jump in. Beautiful silence from Kino. Great follow-up as well from Big Num with his pickup. And that's going to mean a dead Juggernaut. Feeling a little bit safe there with the Dire Observer Wards all through the Radiant Jungle, but not expecting the smoke from PR.
Yeah, that play won't happen again, most likely, unless they can have Rubik with the Blink Dagger soon, because he's almost going to have his Manta Style completed, and you're not going to have those silence plays anymore. Cheshire Cat going to catch out Seema lift. There we go.
Yeah,
nice from Big.
Easy picks, man. Easy picks.
And that's kind of them getting back into the game just with the farm. Cheshire Cat really needs it. Like you said, he died 3 times. And he hasn't been able to really get back into the game. Arise?
Yeah, that Prophet's TPing down. Wonder if he's meant to be helping out his teammate. No one going to blink himself away. Interesting to see, too, that no one doesn't go for the straight-up disable like I thought he was going to. Like, an Orchid up against a Puck just seems like a great item choice, especially when a Puck is forced to go for something like a Blink Dagger as his first primary item before he gets that Yule Scepter. So you could just Orchid gank him the entire time. Still also very effective against the Rubik once that Yules is up for the Puck. But instead he went for a Yules himself and now going in for an Aghanim Scepter.
It's more so he's covering two stones with, you know, 1 bird here. Obviously the Yule Scepter here. I said that.
Holy crap!
Okay, it's fine. Toby, don't do this to me, bro. Alright, well.
He's hitting 2 birds with 1 stone.
Killing 1 bird with 2 stones. Yes and no. Alright. I was trying to change it up, Toby. Don't laugh at me. But meanwhile, he's like, you have the silence coming in from Puck, as well as the Orchid potential coming out from Nature's Prophet. So it's nice to play defensive at times, but like you said, there's Venge swap here to really help out if he did go for the Orchid. But when you normally make these Orchid plays, it's by yourself, right? So you're putting yourselves in harm's way. You're kind of like S4 all in. Get these kills around the map, make space for your team. And if it doesn't work out, then Puck's going to get, you know, free kills with the silence.
the standoff begins. You got an invis room from no one, but there is a Radiant Sentry ward, so if he walks down to try and have a scout, no one could end up just feeding himself. But he walks over to the other side. There's nicely spaced out treants coming out from Cheshire Cat, so he understands what's going on the map. And no one for now has at least managed to stay out of that sentry ward. She started enchanting on the treants. But because that treant just got hit by Wrath of Nature, they understand there's a ward around there too. So they know they're being watched.
Yeah, they don't really have a creep either to work with. Maybe if they had the Alpha Wolf plus another creep, so they can really scout out, they could potentially go for the Roche. It's nighttime. They have 300 gold away from the Ag Scepter here from Mag. That's going to help out a lot for taking away a lot of the vision here. And that's when Power Rangers, you know, heavily fall off. They've been really good at reacting here. Pasha, mid.
He just wanted to ensure that kill on the tower more than anything else. Is Arise going to chase this? Well, with the Dream Call on too. Cooldown's on its way. You do have your Omni Slash, and that's going to kill off Seema with a Sonic Wave. Even the bounce down, it just hits into the Rubik, and it's a double kill for no one. Kino's on the run out of here. He's used his phase shift already. We'll jaunt into the tree line. No one blinks forward, but Kino TPing out. They can't reach him in time. So it's still a 3-for-1 trade-off. You took out the tower, and looks like Mag's actually going to make it a 4-for-1. He's got so much damage. The Urn was burning through him as well. And Night Stalker gets a solo kill plus almost 500 gold from that kill on the Prophet. This now means that Vega can, well, they can TP1 to clean up the bottom lane, but they want to go in for Roshan.
Once again, it's just them executing way better. Pasha gets another amazing ulti off with his Omni Slash onto one hero, and it's a Rise. They also had the cleanup damage too coming in from no one.
No, he's not. He's just taking like enough damage that it's going to stop him from going in for a fight. You now also have an Aghanim Scepter on a Night Stalker.
Yeah, there's... Oh, Power Rangers. They're hurting a lot. I mean, it could go back to Arise. Like, he knows he's against a Juggernaut who didn't go Battle Fury, so maybe instead of going Sange and Yasha, he could have went for a Manta style in this situation. And then he could have helped, you know, deflect some of the damage onto his images here. That could have helped out a lot in that situation, and they could have potentially turned around the fight, but Arise just keeps getting blown up by just the Omni Slash, and the only ways to really sure that is you need like the Treants around you with the Furion, or you need some other bodies around you. And if you're having other bodies around you, then you're just going to get no one to have a 4-man scream, and we know how that always ends up.
Yeah, team wipe, pretty much. And looks like Arise is now going in for more survivability. So he's actually picked up a Helm of Iron Will, so we'll go into the hooded the Helm of the Dominator.
Probably still go for... I think this is one of the games where you have to go Satanic first, just so you can survive all the initial burst damage. Normally you want to get MKB or Butterfly in a lot of the situations, but you definitely need raw HP in this scenario to survive.
Problem is if he does that, then the damage output of PR is nothing. Like you in a Shadowblade build over on Cheshire Camp. This is a lot more Smoke and Mirrors kind of style. And now Arise is actually, he won't die from this. And Cheshire Cat's going to try and turn this around, but the Sprout keeps him out. In fact, Seema, he swapped Mag back in again. Okay.
That's a gem.
It is. It is. It's a gem into the hands of Nature's Prophet. That was a interesting swap. Because the Sprout actually protected the Night Stalker at that point after he cut through the tree line. And now Prophet's going to TP mid. They're going to force the issue into the tier 2 tower.
That swap, though. Oh, poor guy. I wonder if he would have made it away from the puck in that situation, because Puck was coming in from the side, and I wonder if Matt could have still gotten away if he didn't swap.
With the control that was coming out from the VS, like Seema could have, like he had a stun and he had a swap. He could have at least kept 2 of the Power Rangers players out of the play.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of didn't understand how fast the Night Stalker is at nighttime. 500. He has 522 when he activates phase boots. 460 when he doesn't. I mean, he's already running around like a race car here.
What do you think about this build coming out from Pasha? Diffusal Blade is his next primary item. What is that even for?
It can help diffuse off the silences onto allies. That can help turn a team fight. Say they silence no one after he yules. You can purge that off. It could also help maybe purge, Soma here, and then he can maybe get a swap or a stun off. But for aggressive purposes, there's not really anything to do, right? It's just the puck. Like, I mean,
it's like you want to
no
chase down the hero.
scepters.
You've got burn at least.
There's no ghost scepters, and that's the biggest thing you normally get it for. It does give you a lot of stats. Obviously, the second highest agility. I think the highest is F Blade.
That's an all he uses spin. He's just gonna give that over to Big Num.
No, that's a really good spin because he didn't give healing ward.
Well, Pasha. Look at that impetus damage coming in from Solakino. Still jumped itself forward, and you'll sit around the silence. The cooldown's on the way, and you already had your Agency Maul trigger on the Juggernaut. That bottom tower has gone down low, but not low enough that Vega would feel very confident with this push. I think a double catapult's going to work because one of them is a convert from the Enchantress. As they sprite up and heal, that creep wave on top is also oh, we're into Tradeville. Cheshire Cat heads up towards the top lane. So Vega, they need to force the issue through on bottom, but they get three-man Dream Call. They're going to lose so many heroes here. Vega is 3 down, 4 down. The Night Stalker is going to TP himself back out again. Cheshire Cat's got to turn tail and run before Mag will actually kill him off. There's still Shadow Blade, but Mag brought his dust. Now Cheshire Cat uses his Shadow Blade. Got to realize he's definitely visible. His only hope right now is to sprout and TP out. The Iron Town will let him cut through, but Mag Void, it came off cooldown a fraction of a second too late.
Daytime, baby. That's what we like to see. Saved his ass there. And, oh my goodness. Vega.
I think they just threw the game.
What?
Like, they just gave so much to Power Rangers. Power Rangers took out a tier 3 tower on the top. They took a tier 2 tower out in the mid. They saved their own tier 3 tower on bottom lane. They wiped 4 of the heroes from Vega, 2 of them being the big cause. And you look at the gold swing kick in now. Like, they've almost repaired 10,000 worth of deficit in the space of like 5-6 minutes. They're back in front in the experience graph as well, also over the same period of time.
Yeah, that was a huge mess up coming in from Vega with the squandered Aegis. I don't even know how they messed up so badly with that on the high ground. They had healing ward to really go with. They have swap out. I would even swap out just to save the Aegis in that situation because you're going to be still sieging the high ground. And even when that happened, like, we saw this huge Witch Doctor combo coming with the puck silence, and that absolutely crushed him. He wasn't even able to get off his spin. He was like saving, okay, should I Omni Slash here? Pasha was thinking, what do I need to do? And then all of a sudden, oh, well, there's a coconut on my head. I'm dead. I can't even cast anything now. No one?
He's
Just
out.
in the mid lane. I thought Bignum would maybe try and steal the Blink Dagger.
Is Orion's going to be disassembling his SMY? Because he's, okay, there's a Prophet. No, he's not going to TP there.
Could be still.
Because he's got the Ultimate Orb, which makes me think, like, either he's going to go Skadi, or he could actually be going for that mana style you were talking about. Making it difficult for Pasha to have a really effective Omni Slash.
Yeah, as well as getting out of the silence coming in for Mag. I think it's still worth it to disassemble, but probably in his mind, he's going to go for the Scotty. He's thinking the same logic as me, where you need to buff up somehow. And I guess the only way he's thinking of that is to have the Scotty in this situation where I still think the Manta style is better. You can even get a Heaven's Halberd in this game, and that helps out tremendously against the Juggernaut once he's done Omni Slashing. Not so much for the other heroes. It could also help out against the Enchantress if you can get on top of her. She has a lot of pure damage coming in, and she's not going to build into a BKB. She's going to an Ags, but still, it's really hard to hit solo on the back lines with that Heaven's Halberd if you did go for it.
Vega look like they're forging an issue, which they will lose a trade-off in. And the Ninja's Prophet just finished up beside the Vice, so Cheshire Cat has no buyback here. But if the TPs can be cancelled off by Power Rangers, okay, Cheshire up into the air.
He just bought a sheep stick.
Yeah, he did. He's got no buyback, but now it's a 4-man coil. The cooldown's on the way in from Orion, so the paralyzing cast. It'll bounce down to Mag, but it won't bounce any further. Vega actually managed to stop most. What? You did that to yourself. Okay, no one just Sonic waved the puck who was up in the middle of the air from his own own orb. Top lane's being forced in by the creep wave. The range Rex is almost dead, so no one TP's back. So even with these kills, Vega still lose out.
Yeah, they just need to push down top lane right now. What's the state of Aegis here? 4 minutes left. 2 minutes spawn time. So that's about an average there. And they just need to push out top lane immediately. Just go, go, go. Get the tier 2 top and make sure that your Furion's not constantly at your door. I mean, Pasha can play this aggressive. He's the only hero that can... Well, he's not the only hero. No one can play aggressive too, and they should be able to blink out and TP away safely. There's not that much that can really catch them besides the puck blinking in, and then once he uses all of his spells, you have to have, you know, the Rubik there to follow up with the stun or even the Witch Doctor.
TP's coming in. Cheshire Cat's going to find Seema with the initial attack. He kind of wants to take Solo out of the play. There's too much impetus damage and a rise. He just gets blown up. You're going to go for a death wall, but it lasts a grand total of 0.11110 recurring seconds because there's just no way he can survive. Cheshire Cat will die, and, well, goodbye advantage. Vega Squadron taking out 3, and 3 heroes, all who do not have buyback.
Don't even need to go top. I mean, that's just getting a really good pick off there. The superior vision is winning out. They've had wards everywhere on the map, scouting out. Power Rangers haven't dewarded anything. They only have one aggressive ward right now, and they're just playing blind and making these plays when you're blind and kind of behind. It's not working out. So
well, here comes Vega.
Is this 2 sets of lanes? It
seems
like
it
at
should
least
only be
one.
one because she'll have the Gyro and the Prophet back up pretty early on. It's just the fact they got picked. Vega could have been held at bay a lot longer if they didn't get picked off in that bottom lane. That's why I thought, like PR, they could just win on the split push game. But now Fortification will buy a little bit more time. J4 with the Paralyzing Cask will also push Solo out. But the Enchantress already stole the Catapult, so it was guaranteed damage going to come into the racks. PR now just realized that Catapult is a traitor.
Yeah, there's no reason to go in when you don't have the BKB and your Night Stalker. Roche could be spawning at any second. No one's not there. He's just busy farming. And now they can maybe make a play. Like, if they smoke, and they'll be really well off. They don't have the BKB yet.
Vega's
still.
there. Like, that's a 5-man squad from Vega, and they just profit. His TP was on cooldown.
Yeah, they still can't even initiate on Pasha.
Oh, they're coming in. Pasha wants to go for the Omni Slash. Now Big Num gets the pick up. No one triggers his BKB for a 4-man Sonic Wave. The cooldown does a little bit of chip damage and slows down Vega's chase, but it won't slow it down completely. Sonic Wave was actually just stolen there from Big Num, but the Yule Scepter! Wow, we already had one of them. Now it's the second one. This time it's the Rubik to miss it. Bakino jumping behind the lines. That big Dream Coil. How many times does he really control the fight enough that Power Rangers can get back into it? And this is exactly what's happening right now. Kyo jumping forward into the phase shift. He should have Blink up. Yep, he does, over towards the tree line. But he wants to keep going if possible. Yule Scepter up. He's going to phase shift. There's that healing ward. Kino going to Yule's and then jaunt away. Yep, timing is right. So Vega lose 2. They don't finish off the melee racks on bottom. And already Cheshire Cat back to the split push up on top. And we get an Aghanim Scepter Rubik. Okay.
Holy shit, he's farmed.
Yeah.
He's got Aether Lens and Eggs?
Yeah, but he did that before he got a Blink Dagger. Which is a little bit more of a surprise to me, but...
Yeah, at the same time, this helps out so much when you're tanking up. Yeah, the biggest thing right now is kind of positioning, right? When you have the Night Stalker constantly running in at you, he's not going to be worrying about silencing the Rubik as much, but maybe he should start considering it. It's just because Arise went for this greedy build. He's like, well, he's got no BKB. He's got no Manta Style. I'm just going to silence the Gyrocopter every single time, and he's going to die no matter what. It's just that Keanu's playing so well right now, and he's making all the plays with his ultis, with the silences, that he's keeping Power Rangers in the game, even though it looks like they should have been out of this game like at least 10 minutes ago.
It does feel that way. It's just crazy. Like, it's not even in combination with everybody else. Like, if J4, like, imagine what would happen if Power Rangers do get, like, their timing right. So Kano is able to get, like, 3, 4, 5-man Dream Coils. You're getting very close to an Aghanim Scepter over on the Witch Doctor. In fact, very close is right now. So J4 is an Aghanim Scepter. If he can actually get a duration off on his Aghanim Scepter, like just on his ulti, then you're going to be looking really sweet on that one. You got a Rubik that's stealing everything. He's still holding on to that level 3 Sonic Wave, and when he triggers it this time, it's going to have the Aghanim's buff. And he's still got this for another, what is that? That's going to be another 20, 30 seconds?
Nah, I think it's still worth stealing something else.
Yeah, but if you start the fight with Sonic Wave, like you're gonna do that. That's still huge amounts of damage, even if like it wasn't effective previously.
Rise. Oh, this is game losing.
Nice pickup. No BKB to protect him. Goes for the call down, but he's silenced up, and it's a full Omni Slash. The creep wave was too far away from him, and Arise goes down. But already the split push. You see the pressure intensifying, and no one's trying to defend the mid. Cheshire Cat also did a really wonderful play. He's put an Observer Ward down inside the Vega base. Because of this, he understands when someone's coming back to defend. So he's able to play the sneaky beaky side lane game.
But no gyrocopter here for 40 seconds. They have Aegis still to work with. Oh, this coconut. Okay, this could be the play.
That's the moment. He doesn't go for the Dream Call though. I don't know if he was trying to bait something out. The Sonic Wave goes out from Big Num, and he ends up stealing spin from the Juggernaut. And J4 swapped out. Say goodbye to your Death Ward. 1 minute on the sideline for that Witch Doctor. No one again with that blink forward. He's going to BKB, and the Sprout just blocks them out of the play. So the BKB will be expended from no one. They still haven't taken out that bottom racks, but they'll finish off the mid melee. If they want to do a quick rotation, it's possible. But with the Jara coming back up again, looks like Vega's not going to take the risk, but they may have to. Mag's being picked up, thrown around, now hexed up. They got Void available as well. Mag's going to BKB, trigger the darkness. He's trapped inside the Sprout, comes back out of it with the Talon. No one with the Sonic Wave. Trying to buy a little bit of space. Kino gets hit by that pretty hard. With the call down, Mag goes down. And they're going to find Pasha out as well. He's still got the Aegis Immortal, so if he wants to try and fight this, he potentially can. But PR, they're going to keep going. The Sprout perfectly over on Pasha. He's got no way to cut himself free of that one. And now Pasha being blocked out. There goes your Aegis the Immortal. But Vega is still here ready to fight. The Wave of Terror hits on 3. There's no Omni Slash yet because he gets swapped out in silence, but Cheshire Cat trying to hide inside the Shadow Blade. It doesn't work, and now it's going to be PR losing to, forcing the issue so heavily down the mid. Big Num slowed down by the Diffuser Blade, cut up, and that's going to be a double kill going the way of Pasha. And Power Rangers again, they're facing a defense with heroes without buyback.
This is just looking so good for Vega to close it out. I mean, they gave him a little bit during the middle game here for Vega, letting Power Rangers come back up a little bit, but you could just see the superiority and on the side here. Aegis still alive. They still have the Death Ward here. It's not completely over, but they have so many ways to just cancel J4's Ags. They really need to have like a Glimmer Cape or something, or BKB on him to really set it up.
That would be nice. The issue of going for raw ultis. If he just got the Dream Call, that was it.
Yeah, I'm very surprised they didn't do it right away. Once we saw, remember when two of them were right here, grouped up with the coconut bouncing between them?
Yeah.
That seemed like the perfect opportunity for them to go in. And
even the jumping from Kano, like he hit 3 heroes with his Rift. So the silence was good as well. Like that looked like the opportunity, but they didn't have a rise. So maybe a little bit of lack of confidence coming into like the Power Rangers team fight. Either that or maybe they didn't even know that the Aghanim's was there for the Witch Doctor, which would be highly unlikely.
Yeah, they could still just pop their BKBs on the Night Stalker, get out of it. You could still, you know, Manta style out and BKB up. So all the cores from Vega are well protected, as well as, you know, someone can just have a really nicely timed swap. But he was the one playing really aggressive in there with Mag. So those are the two that could have potentially got picked.
They come. That Observer Ward. It's in a great spot. They need to kill off no one straight away to pick up the throw down. They need to find that kill with the BKB. It kicks in. The swamp. Yep, it definitely comes out. No one's BKB. Still got another couple of seconds, and the Omni Slash arrives. He's just getting destroyed, but no, the Omni Slash bounces away until Solo will finally kill off the Gyrocopter. That looks like the last hurrah. Big Num, he can't even TP himself out. The Puck will also be unlucky. No one's blinked himself over, waiting for it. The phase shift. Where do you go, Puck? Away, but the Impetus will hit. Triple kill. Vega Well, there are already 2 lanes of Raxus up, and this will be a push mid for GG if Power Rangers don't oblige them beforehand by typing in those 2 little letters.
They just want the throne to die in style. Just, you know what they should do? Just get mega creeps and back out and let the slow and painful death happen.
They should not do that. That'll be a complete waste of time for everyone involved.
No, that's... You can see the struggles that some people go through in pubs where you're like, hey, I think we can win this game. I think we can be like Team Secret or EG. We can come back from mega creeps, and then the reality sinks in where no, you actually can't. And you wasted 20 minutes of your life.
There it is. Good game, well played, comes out from Power Rangers, so they're still trying to find their footing with this new roster of theirs, but it's definitely going to be a wonderful game for Vega to take out. Helping them run in the WePlay competition.
You're right. It's Vega played really good, just a little bit sloppy here and there at times. Obviously, they weren't expecting that ward behind the tower and them setting up so perfectly from Power Rangers. They messed up when they went for the high ground siege. That's the biggest thing that worries me for Vega Squadron right now is, well, when you go against the better teams, the hardest part is always going to be breaking high ground. And I think it was either yesterday or the day before in the captain's draft when they were going against EG, and they were up at least 20,000, maybe 30,000 net worth, and they just couldn't close out the game. They couldn't really go high ground. They're having such difficulties, but still, Vega, a great team nonetheless. They deserve this win, and Power Rangers, like you said, they're trying to get on their footing, right? Arise item build this game, kind of questionable. Cheshire Cat got completely shut down by Mag ganking him constantly between like the 10 and 15 minute mark. And then Keanu played amazing this game on Puck. It just wasn't enough.
It really wasn't. But Vega, that win was such a crucial one for them because now, if you actually look over towards the groups, I don't actually have a graphic for you, I'm sorry. But Vega are now 10-2 in their group. Now, only the number 1 team goes through from the Eastern European group, and they're still battling up against Team Spirit, and their next opponent, which is coming up now, is Team Empire. Now, Team Empire are 7-3. If they can take this game off Vega, they force Vega to be 10-3, and Vega's last game is up against, I believe it's up against Rock's Kiss. So there's still a chance that Vega could end up losing that one, even though Rox hasn't had the greatest results in the WePlay competition. They've definitely shown they can take games with the top team. So Vega, they really needed to win that game to really ensure at least a draw for the number 1 position. That's kind of what we're staring down the barrel of. Every team plays 14 games in total, hence Vega only have 2 more left. Team Empire now and Rock's Kiss tomorrow. Team Empire, however, they've had a little bit of a harder run. They're 7-3. They need to take this game off